Emma was a young girl who loved Christmas. She loved the lights, the music, the decorations, and most of all, the presents. She always made a long list of things she wanted every year, and her parents always tried to fulfill her wishes. She had a lot of toys, clothes, books, and gadgets in her room, but she never shared them with anyone. She was very selfish and greedy and didn't care about anyone else's feelings. One day, a week before Christmas, she was walking home from school with her friend Lily. Lily was a kind and generous girl who always helped others. She didn't have much money, but she was happy with what she had. She loved to give gifts to her family and friends, even if they were simple and homemade. "Hey, Emma, what do you want for Christmas this year?" Lily asked. Emma smiled and pulled out a folded paper from her backpack. It was her wish list, and it was very long. It had things like a new bike, a laptop, a smartphone, a dollhouse, a video game console, and many more. "Wow, that's a lot of stuff," Lily said. "Do you really need all of that?" "Of course I do," Emma said. "I deserve to have everything I want. It's Christmas, after all." Lily shook her head. "I don't think that's what Christmas is about," she said. "Christmas is about celebrating the birth of Jesus, and showing love and gratitude to God and to others. It's not about getting more and more things." Emma rolled her eyes. "That's boring," she said. "I don't care about any of that. I just care about myself." Lily sighed. "You know, Emma, you should learn to be more generous and compassionate. There are many people in the world who are less fortunate than you, who don't have enough food or clothes or shelter. You should be thankful for what you have, and share it with others who need it more." Emma snorted. "Why should I? It's not my problem. They can take care of themselves. I worked hard to get what I have, and I'm not going to give it away to anyone." Lily looked at Emma with sadness in her eyes. "Emma, you're my friend, but I don't like the way you think. You're so selfish and greedy, and you don't care about anyone else's feelings. You're missing out on the true joy of Christmas, which is the joy of giving." Emma shrugged. "Whatever," she said. "I don't need your lecture. I'm happy the way I am." They reached Emma's house, and Emma said goodbye to Lily without any warmth or affection. She ran inside her house and slammed the door behind her. She went to her room and looked at all the things she had. She felt a surge of pride and satisfaction. She couldn't wait for Christmas morning to open more presents and add them to her collection. She didn't notice a small figure standing outside her window, watching her with a frown on his face. He was an elf, dressed in green and red clothes, with pointy ears and a long beard. He had a sack on his back that was full of toys and gifts. He was one of Santa's helpers, and he had been sent by Santa himself to deliver some presents to Emma's house. But as he saw how Emma behaved and how she treated Lily, he felt angry and disappointed. He decided to teach Emma a lesson. He climbed up to her window and opened it quietly. He sneaked into her room and looked around. He saw Emma's wish list on her bed. He picked it up and read it. He shook his head. He took out a pen from his pocket and crossed out everything on the list. He wrote something else on the bottom of the paper. He put it back on the bed. He then went to Emma's closet and opened it. He saw all the clothes that Emma had. He took them out one by one and stuffed them into his sack. He did the same with Emma's toys, books, gadgets, and everything else that she owned. He emptied her room completely. He then went to the living room and did the same with all the presents that were under the tree. He took everything that belonged to Emma and put it in his sack. He left nothing behind. He closed his sack and hoisted it on his back. It was very heavy, but he didn't mind. He felt satisfied with what he had done. He went back to Emma's window and climbed out. He looked at Emma one last time. She was lying on her bed, unaware of what had happened. She was smiling in her sleep, dreaming of Christmas morning. The elf shook his head again. He whispered in a low voice, "Merry Christmas, Emma. I hope you like your gift." He then flew away into the night sky, leaving Emma's house in darkness.